Hi there, this is Coach Kim with another video on the body systems. I'd like to first say I hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day. And I hope you're enjoying some of the information that I'm passing on. I just feel it's very important to pass on some more information, educate you more about your body, because the more you know how your body works, the better you will be able to help and take care of your body and actually have your body work for you. It'll just help heal you. It's got everything in it to sustain a great life. So today we're going to talk about the digestive system. This is a very, very important system. Everything that we eat gets absorbed through the digestive system. So you like the phrase, you are what you eat, and in sense that is quite true. I'd like to add to that, though, in my recent certification through precision nutrition, I learned a different way to look at it, and it's food is information for your body. So when you eat food, you add nutrition that your body needs, which is the energy source, the chemical compounds that every body system needs to function properly. So as you eat food, it actually becomes information for your body. The right nutrients in your body will help release hormones at the right time. Just helps your body function as it was intended to do. I like to refer to the body's design as caveman technology because it hasn't changed since caveman days. We see the same, we breathe the same, oxygen transfers within the lungs the same, our food digests the same, our skin is the same, it regenerates just like it did before. We hear the same. So it's just our society and it's our behaviors that have changed. So a little bit more on this digestive system. There's a couple quotes I wanted to share from Hippocrates. I just really love a lot of his philosophies were basic, and he's the father of modern medicine. One is, let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. What you eat can improve your health, and what you eat can degrade your health. So it's important to make some slow behavior changes and get to that higher state of health. Another one is, all disease starts in the gut. As I said in the beginning, your food absorbs through your digestive system, mainly those small intestines. So what we eat is extremely important to help promote our better level of health. So when we start thinking about digestion, my first question for you to think about is where does digestion start? You may think that it starts in your mouth or your esophagus or your stomach, but in reality, digestion starts with your eyes and your nose. So it's your senses of sight and smell. As soon as you see food, remember the CEO of your body is your brain. So as soon as you see food, your brain says, oh my goodness, we are going to eat. Stomach, get on alert. So your stomach starts producing a little bit more of those gastric juices, those digestive juices, and then nothing happens, because how often do you see food? Where do you go that you don't see food? So it's being aware of this process, and that might be a huge key in when you go to the grocery store. Don't go hungry, because when you see food, you end up just packing things into your grocery cart that you really don't need. So digestion starts with your sight, but once you start eating food comes in your mouth, and the saliva starts breaking down some of the carbohydrates. The saliva in your mouth doesn't have strong enough enzymes to really break down the proteins, so your carbohydrates will start breaking down in your mouth. The key is to chew and chew slowly. What this does is mashes the food up and gets it prepared for easier digestion. If you can suck down a taco in 2 seconds, your food is still in whole pieces, so your stomach has to work harder to figure out how to digest it. So chewing your food a lot more, it also, your tongue can move that food around, and then you actually taste the food. It's amazing how flavorful food is when you slow down and you just chew. The other thing it does is it slows down your eating process. It reduces your calorie intake, and you get full. Because it takes your body about 20 minutes. It takes your hormones to recognize, oh, they're hungry. That message goes to the brain a little bit slower. It'd be cool if we could make it a little bit more quicker. So as you chew, then you swallow down the esophagus. Food gets into the stomach and it drops into those gastric juices. It continues to break down until the stomach decides that it is ready to go on to the small intestines. So there's a little pulsing motion that pushes the food into those small intestines. And this is the most important part of our digestive system. The small intestines is where 90% of the digestion absorption happens. So 90% of what you're eating gets absorbed in those small intestines. It gets absorbed in the 25 feet of small intestines. So that's a lot mixed up there in your gut. So making sure that you're eating healthy. And the one thing I wanted to bring up is we've got 90% that happens in the small intestines. The other 10%, some happens in the stomach, some happens in the colon, or in the large intestines. The one condition that I've heard quite a bit about is leaky gut. What this really is it's a breakdown in the lining of our small intestines, where usually small molecules get absorbed. But when you have leaky gut, it allows bigger molecules to absorb. And a lot of times it allows the toxic molecules to get absorbed. And this, I always tell people, if you're concerned, go to your doctor. Go to your doctor. Number one, know yourself, educate yourself, go to your doctor. But with leaky gut, it can be, depending on how far you go with anything, it's always genetic. Eat healthier and get that lining back up to speed. But then it also lets the not so good bacteria get into the bloodstream. So eating healthy is extremely, extremely important. So after your food goes through the small intestines, it enters the large intestines. Yes. The biggest function of the large intestine is to take any of the fiber that we couldn't digest or any of the other food that we could not digest and processes it out for elimination. This also is where water is absorbed. A lot of water is absorbed from the remaining part of the food. So there's your hydration, making sure you're drinking enough water to make sure that your digestion works. So water is awesome for hydration, but it helps in your digestive system. And then everything gets eliminated. The rest that can't be digested is eliminated. So the key is making healthy choices. And what I coach people on in my health and wellness coaching is make small changes. If you do those overnight overhauls and you're going to grab and you're going to pack your fridge with a whole bunch of stuff, when that stuff is gone, what are you going to do after? You have to plan for the after. I was told as a personal trainer, Kim, you really need to get before and after pictures. And my whole belief system in health and wellness is I don't want to see the before and the after. I want to see the after. Because I've been shown before and after pictures. And I'm looking at the person who's after the after picture. And my question is what happened? Why didn't you stick with this? So find something you can stick with, and the best way to do it is small behavior changes. Make a change. Stick with it until it becomes a behavior. Make a change, and it might be add water. It might be put a third of your food back. It might be walk a block, walk 3 blocks, walk a little bit more. Another quote from Hippocrates is, let me find it. Walking is man's best medicine. So you see, movement, that's why my caption for Fitness Connections is eat, think, and move. It's movement. It doesn't have to be high-end athletic type training. You don't have to bench press 250 pounds to be healthy. You just have to walk. A few push-ups help because those are amazing exercises. But if you're starting out, if you're just walk. Once it's a behavior, walk further, walk faster. Add some weights, not while you're walking, but add some strength training. So today's video was on the digestive system, and I'm going to leave you with this quote. Let food be thy medicine, and let thy medicine be thy food. Yes, let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. A lot of our medicines mask. They don't target the actual issue, the root cause. They mask the symptoms. So start eating healthy. It's one meal at a time, one food at a time. So this is Kim on Thursday, Coach Kim on Thursday with your digestive system. The next one we're going to do is our cardiovascular system. So I'm actually going to be doing that tomorrow, covering that cardiovascular system and how you can get that blood moving and pumping and your body working great for you. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.